From Nebraska Public Media, this is Curious Nebraska, a quest to uncover what makes Nebraska, Nebraska.
They run between mint condition 75 to 100.
I was recently in David City, home to painter Dale Nichols, Hallmark Cards founder J.C. Hall, Torch singer Ruth Edding, and the soft drink that she publicly endorsed, Ankle Deep.
If they're chipped, they still can bring up to 50 because there's a scarcity.
That's Renee Kosch telling me about Ankle Deep's unique bottles. She's a co-owner of Renee's Same As It Ever Was antique shop and typically has a bottle on hand at her store.
You don't find very many three-sided bottles, that's for sure. It's a little taller than most soda bottles back then. It's a beautiful embossment.
Very Art Deco.
Nicole Kosch is Renee's daughter and the shop's other co-owner. They participate in Nebraska's massive annual flea market.
We did the junk jaunt, and we get people from California and all that stuff. And we sold a couple bottles there, and people instantly recognized it.
An Ankle Deep bottle is impressive. At 9 inches high, it held 7 ounces of soda pop. But what really sets it apart is that it's 3-sided and intricately embossed. The logo was not on a label or painted on. You could feel the letters and design with your fingers. And the clear green-tinted glass is thick. The mastermind behind Ankle Deep was local resident R.A., a.k.a. Dick Reed.
He really didn't know anything about bottling at that time, but he agreed to do it.
Jim Reisdorff serves as historian at the Butler County, Nebraska Historical Society. He told me Dick took over a David City bottling works and changed the name to Ankle Deep. Distribution covered about a 6-county area, and in addition to its headquarters, it was also bottled in Columbus, Norfolk, Grand Island, and Ravenna. Each soda was stamped on the bottom with its city of origin.
Eventually, he hit upon the idea of having a unique bottle and soft drink by the name of Ankle Deep.
There were about a dozen different flavors of Ankle Deep, which were indicated on the bottle caps. But what is up with the name Ankle Deep? Dick apparently couldn't recall how he came up with it, but Jim shares the working theory.
There was also a popular soft drink at that time known as Knee High. So in order to compete, he came up with Ankle Deep. So the story goes.
Knee High, spelled N-E-H-I, is still available today, but Ankle Deep was only produced from the 1920s to the 40s. The exact timeline is a little obscured, but it did make it through the Great Depression before World War II rationing hit the business hard. Dick eventually sold it off and turned the facility into a meat locker. And in a totally iconic Nebraska move, the building still stands and currently holds the David City Runza restaurant.
Ankle Deep is one of the most exciting.
Nathan Hoff is based in Lincoln, but he's been all over the state digging for bottles. He's an admin for the very active Nebraska Bottle Collectors Facebook group.
And it's well known throughout the country for being one of the more unique bottles, and is probably Nebraska's most well-known bottle.
Nathan's love for collecting glass runs more than Ankle Deep.
I purchased one on an auction a little while ago. It was from David City. Beyond that, I dug one in Lincoln at Oak Lake.
He digs dumps and old outhouses, walks creeks, and buys, sells, and trades bottles. But it's this point that really got me curious about the bottle hunting community.
It shows the beauty of how the state was built and what was going on in the state. There were bottles traveling in from Ellis Island. There are bottles being produced here in Nebraska that are just supporting the people of Nebraska, whether that's refreshing them with a soda or giving them the medicine they need to survive.
Ankle Deep has earned its place in Nebraska history, and even around a century later, a bottle is still a refreshing find.
It's just a very fancy pop bottle.
I'm Andy Herman for Curious Nebraska.